Hi, this is Nat Moes. I'm here with Sam Krohlow. We're watching Round 4, Game 1 of the Tokyo MTG Vintage Open 2, held July 5th, 2014. On your left, you're going to see a Gitaxian long Storm deck, and on the right, you're going to see a Show and Oath deck, which has both Show and Tell and Oath of Druids.
Yep. The Oath deck being bug colors, black, blue, green.
Right. So the Gitaxian long deck is opening with the namesake card there, Gitaxian Probe, and the Oath deck is laying out its hand there. You'll see you've got mana, so you've got a Forbidden Orchard, Island, Mana Crypt, Ponder, Mental Misstep, Misdirection, and Yawgmoth's Will.
It's a pretty decent hand for Oath.
Yeah, actually, that's a pretty good hand.
He's got one half of the combo and a Ponder to help look.
Right,
with a little protection.
Yeah, the Ponder is going to be a big player there. The Mental Misstep is probably the scariest card for the combo deck since it counters any of his cantrips, or as well as Dark Ritual and any number of other cards.
Yep. And
then the Misdirection will really be a threat only if the combo deck has Ancestral Recall. So the combo player is going to open with Duress here, and the question is whether the Oath player would try and counter it, and he does. He uses that Mental Misstep there.
Which I think is right.
Yeah, I think that's probably right as well. I mean, really the only immediate business that Oath player has is the Ponder, and he really doesn't want to have that get taken, especially considering that Mental Misstep is such a limited counter. So the long deck is going to play Gitaxian Probe again, and
likely just to draw another card.
Just to draw a card. He might actually have been pretty close to making an attempt to go off if he really wanted to get that out of there. So Long is sort of an interesting story. The archetype of Long was named after Mike Long, who sort of popularized the original Burning Long deck that had.
Was that one 4 Burning Wish and 4 Lions Eye Diamond?
Yeah, four Burning Wish and 4 Lions Eye Diamond were legal, and he while he didn't directly invent the deck, he did popularize it. And since then, any
like Tendrils-based Storm.
Tendrils-based Storm deck with like dark rituals, cantrips,
draw 7 cards,
right.
Like Wheel of Fortune and Time Twister.
Right, all of those have been named Long in honor of Mike Long.
honor, I guess, yeah.
Well, yeah, and but I mean, so we've had Death Long that was based on Death Wish, and Grim Long that was based on Grim Tutor,
and Burning Long based on Burning Wish.
Right, now we have Burning Long that's based on Burning with an Oath, rather.
And we saw that the Oath player left an Oath on top from his Ponder.
Right.
And now drew it this turn, and he's able to cast it with his Forbidden Orchard.
Yeah, so.
Which is pretty popular. For those of you that don't know what Oath of Druids does, it's a green enchantment that costs a green and 1. And it essentially, during your upkeep, if your opponent has more creatures than you, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature, and then you can put it into play, and the rest of the cards in your graveyard.
Yep.
So with Forbidden Orchard, you give your opponent a creature, and then you're able to essentially tutor up. In this case, Gristlebrand is, I believe, his main
I think he's
fat card.
I think looking through the deck list, he's got 4 Gristlebrand and an Emrakul.
I think he has Blightsteel as well.
Oh, does he have Blightsteel? I missed that one.
I'm not sure. He might have Blightsteel.
Yeah, but regardless, he's going to get a big scary creature.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of crazy. Back in the day, your Oath targets used to be Akroma and Razia. And since then, creatures have gotten way more insane with like Grizzlebrand and Emrakul.
Yeah, I think actually the first vintage Oath targets were Akroma and Spirit of the Night.
Oh yeah, Spirit of the Night. I forgot about that card.
Was even before Razia was printed.
Wow. And then like Iona, I know, was a big target once that was printed.
Yeah, they had a Iona. What was it? Terastodon. Iona, Terastodon, and Blightsteel Colossus.
I think one of my first vintage tournaments, I played Iona Oath, and Iona was my only main deck target. And I had a game where it was my last card in my library, and I lost because of it. Which is very unfortunate.
Yeah, the whole idea with Oath is just that you can cheat the biggest creature possible into play. So there have been several different ways to facilitate that, and a lot of times, even today, you have Golden Gun Oath, which uses Dragon's Breath to try and give those creatures haste, or you have what's the tutor creature? Demon.
Oh my gosh.
I blew it.
It's the black demon that has the demonic tutor ability when it comes into play. Why can't we think of this?
I'm not thinking
the deck is
either.
called like Demon Oath. Oh. Right.
Yeah, it doesn't
I think
matter.
we were just talking about
But
it
anyway,
earlier.
you can use that. You basically, when your creature comes into play, you demonic
Ruin-Scar Demon.
Ruin-Scar Demon. That's it. Right. So when Ruin-Scar Demon comes into play, you can demonic tutor.
Yep, and essentially you can grab like a Time Walk and then just take another turn and Oath again and do another demon.
Right, and actually you can, if you have either half of the Time Vault combo, you can demonic tutor for that instead. You can demonic tutor for the other half. You can demonic tutor for whatever you need at that point.
Exactly.
I mean, if you're playing against combo and you really need to get counters in the hand, you can go get a Force of Will or Mind Break Trap or Ancestral Recall to draw more cards, whatever.
That's the nice thing about the tutor abilities. You can really tailor it to whatever your needs are.
But there's a...
Oh my gosh. Alright, the Oath player has multiple Force of Wills. I believe the Long player had at least one Force of Will.
Yeah, the Long player played Time Twister, and that refilled both players' hands.
Oh boy.
And the Oath player is going to go ahead and Oath here.
Now you'll keep revealing until he had a Griselbrand on the third card.
Yup.
Yeah, so I'd say Oath is almost like the equivalent of Legacy's Show and Tell.
Yeah, I would say so.
Pretty similar.
Especially this
like
build.
Sneak and Show, yeah.
Right, especially this build that does have Show and Tells in it.
Yep, exactly.
And he's got now that he has 2 Force of Wills in hand. I mean, he may not even elect to draw cards here necessarily.
Yeah, you might as well wait until your opponent tries to do something. And go for it then.
I mean, he can.
He's Black Lotus as well now.
Yeah,
too.
he's got Force of Will mana right there.
Mm-hmm.
And he would have the other one in hand. I mean, he's got plenty of counters plus the Griselbrand already in play. It's once you have Oath active and are on par with your opponent and can draw more cards, like I think the game is pretty well in hand.
If you're able to activate Oath once, you're usually in a good position.
Right, absolutely.
Oh, he's getting Time Walk over here now. Just trying to make sure his opponent doesn't get more turns to use attack with Griselbrand.
Yeah, right. Every time he attacks with Griselbrand, he's going to gain 7 cards and potentially draw another 7 life.
Extremely powerful.
Right. Yeah, Griselbrand is pretty good.
Oh, I love that card, but I wish it wasn't printed.
Yeah.
It's too good.
Right.
Emrakul is almost like the same story.
Mm-hmm.
Something happened, and all of a sudden these ridiculous creatures got printed.
So the combo player is going to try and go off here. He's got played a Dark Ritual. He's got Tinker going there.
There we go.
So he's got a black.
You think that's going to resolve?
Nope.
I don't think so either.
No, he's going to...
He's just going to use, Lotus Soul Ring.
Yeah, basically, instead of pitching a blue card to Force of Will, he's going to crack his Soul, or Black Lotus and tap his Soul Ring.
Pitch his Lotus.
Yeah, he pitches Lotus instead of...
Oh, he's going to force back. Pitching a Force.
Yeah, we're backing up with Force of Will, so we got a little bit of a counter war going on here.
And we know the Oath player has another Force Will. I would assume he has a blue card after drawing 7 cards.
I would think he does, especially after...
Oh, yep. Is he pitching one right there?
Yeah.
Yep, he can't... I don't know what he pitched, but he countered back.
Yeah.
So we just saw 4 Force Wills in the last 20 seconds, maybe.
See, and that's sort of how it goes in Vintage. Like, a lot of times you're really going to have to... there are cards that you really need to not resolve every once in a while, or if you're playing them, you really need them to resolve.
Yep, and certain cards will just break the game open completely. Yeah,
so you're gonna throw cards away to Force of Will. You're gonna do whatever you can to make sure that those cards resolve.
Yeah, there's situations where you need to exhaust all of your options in order to stop something, because it's that important.
Right. So the combo player there backed his Tinker up with Time Walk, but I'm not sure he was able to
capitalize off of that.
Yeah, he wasn't able to do anything with it. Oh, so the combo player is actually taking his opportunity to oath.
Oh,
here.
yeah. He attacked into the Griselbrand.
Yeah, he attacked into Griselbrand, and his opponent did not give him a token back. So he's oathing.
He gave his opponent 7 life.
Yeah.
In return, he has less creatures, so he's able to oath into. I believe he has 1 Blightsteel Colossus.
Yeah, he might have Blightsteel Colossus. If not, he's trying to fill his graveyard. I'm not sure exactly.
Oh yeah, maybe he's just filling it for a Yawgmoth's Will.
Well, yeah, Yawgmoth's Will he already flipped over, but
okay.
Yeah, I would assume he's got a Blightsteel here, and
there it is.
Sort of an interesting turn of events here. He's got gonna go ahead and oath and get Blightsteel, maybe sort of at his opponent's accident. I'm not sure if he had an opportunity to tap.
Yeah, if he was able to use. I think it might have come to his upkeep, and then his opponent realized that it was too late.
Yeah,
it's entirely possible.
Yeah, because you for Oath of Druids to work, you actually have to have the a difference in the number of creatures.
Yeah, if it's the same number, nothing happens.
Yeah, if it's the same number, you can't give your opponent a creature in response to make sure that they get anything. It has to trigger before the creatures are given. So,
which is a very interesting turn of events in this situation.
Right? Yeah. So we have Griselbrand versus Blightsteel Colossus, which is kind of cool. We don't really see that very often.
It's not often that your opponent gets to activate Oath of Druids.
Right.
There aren't a whole lot of decks that can abuse that. Luckily, this combo deck has 1 awesome creature that they can oath into.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, and Griselbrand and Blightsteel Colossus are so different. I mean, one.
Oh yeah.
You have the flying lifelinking draw a card, and lifelink really doesn't matter very much if your opponent is going to do attack with Blightsteel Colossus and infect you to death.
Blightsteel is another impressive creature printing.
Oh yeah. So is that? I'm not sure what you paid there. Is that? I thought it might be show and tell, but it wasn't.
Is it? It is show and tell.
It was show and tell.
He put in Omniscience.
Yeah. Oh.
What is he gonna play now? He could draw half of his library and play everything for free.
Yep.
What did he do?
So
did he attack with Griselbrand and play another Griselbrand?
I'm not sure what that is.
I'm not sure what that card is either.
Oh man.
We're seeing if we can figure this out.
Oh man. Alright, so we have Blightsteel Colossus going back to the opponent's hand, so he may have played Hurkyl's Recall or Rebuild there.
I think he played a Preordain. Because it looked like he flipped the 2 cards and put 2 on bottom.
Okay.
Was that a rebuild? Oh, because Blightsteel's gone now.
Oh no, it wasn't Rebuild, because obviously all the other artifacts are in play.
Maybe it was a Hurkyl's.
It could have been any...
Maybe it was the 10th edition art that I don't recognize.